There are voices, and then there are forces of nature. Voices that don't sing songs, but they shift atmospheres. Voices that don't just entertain, but heal, uplift, and unite people across the cultures, continents, and generations. Today, we sit in the presence of such a voice. Born in Brooklyn, New York, and raised in a household where music was not just heard, but felt. Our guest took that foundation and carried it to the world stage, becoming a global symbol of joy, resilience, and spiritual expression. She's not just a singer, she's not just a performer, she is a movement. With timeless anthems like Beautiful People and I Get Lifted, she gave the world more than music. She gave us freedom, release, and a reason to believe again. From the legacy dance floors of Ibiza to the stages across Europe, Africa, Asia, and right back here to the United States, her voice has echoed through some of the most unforgettable moments in people's lives. But beyond the lights, beyond the music, lies a deeper calling. A woman of faith, a mentor, a teacher, a vessel who understands that her gift was not just a performance, but it was about purpose. She has helped shape the sound of a generation while also helping shape the lives of those who dare to follow their dreams. So today, we don't just welcome an icon, we welcome a woman whose legacy is still being written, whose voice still carries power, and whose journey continues to inspire the world. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome the queen, the mother, the incomparable, Barbara Tucker.
Hey,
How are you?
I am wonderful.
And you look wonderful. I love your energy.
Thank you.
Oh my God, my God. I just wanted to introduce you to the Legacy Chat family. This is the legendary Barbara Tucker. Wait till you see the intro, girl. You're going to like it.
Let
But
me.
Barbara, I was told that you grew up in Brooklyn
Oh, yes, definitely.
and and you were surrounded by music through your father.
Yes.
Okay. And at what moment did you realize that music wasn't just a passion, but it was your calling?
It's just interesting. First of all, I want to say I love your background, that wine color wall matching with your I think it's smoking jacket or a jacket. I can't see the bottom, but it that's how I'm loving.
Thank you.
So it's interesting because you grow up with brothers, sisters, cousins, friends just singing and just jamming.
Hmm.
Think that's just what everybody does. Growing up, you think that everybody sings. You sing from church, from public school to
Hmm.
programs or wherever you sing. And I just would show up in spaces as I got older, just singing, not thinking of calling. Just, oh, Barbara sings because yeah, I'll do it. Okay, I know how to do the alto part or the soprano part. And so years it keeps coming, and me being an artistic person taking up dance in school, I don't know what most guys took up in school. Like, I know there was
Right.
pop or whatever, but you can participate in after school programs
Hmm.
and singing. And my mother wanted to keep me off the streets in Brooklyn, so enrolled me at the Billie Holiday um, Theater, actually,
Right.
Fulton Street in Brooklyn,
Yes.
singing, dancing, and acting. Again, something that you're just participating in. And as time goes by, you know that you've harnessed pretty much this ability to sing, to dance, or to act what you were doing, but not until I was going to Zoe Ministries, and prophetess Cynthia Clark said, she
Wow.
prophesied and said, it's as if you're called to be the Harriet Tubman of house, your genre.
Wow.
And that
Wow.
years later, what's that, like maybe in my 30s? Then the light bulb went off and said, ding. And I am just situations flashing past my head, my mind, saying, that's why people tend to call me. I want to give up. This one stole my money. All of these things
Wow.
me, and they were coming to me because I was that person, or that artist. I want to say at that time, I'm that person who's like, "What they did? What to you?" You know that Brooklyn.
Right, 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 right,
How did
right.
you steal your money and you wrote this song and they didn't pay you for the? So I. I found out that I'm that person that people would call to for solutions. I don't want to say rescue, but to get, like, this bully beat me up. Oh yeah, well let me take care of that.
Let's go take care of that.
I,
Amen. We're definitely gonna follow up on that because yes, we definitely gonna talk about that part of your vocation. But
so
we're gonna
I,
say
I
again.
at that point I realized it was a calling. When
They
that,
realized it was a calling.
yes,
Okay, so now back in the 80s and 90s, did you realize that you were gonna become something that was historic when you were participating in house music?
no, no, I did not, because again, it was just something that you can do. Um, your your ability was preparing you for that which you didn't know what was to come.
And how do you have siblings?
Yes,
You
I do.
what's your family makeup like?
Okay, with my mom, I have one brother and one sister. Each, my brother's the eldest, then my sister, and then myself. My
Okay.
sister could sing. My brother, he pretty much can sing. He would be singing in the school program,
Yeah, yeah.
and that's why I said, you just think that everybody sang. On
Okay.
on my dad's side, I had a sister, younger sister, but I don't ever recall her singing a note. She had some challenges, but I don't remember anything artistic with her, or at least it didn't show for me.
Okay. So this was just something that was in your environment and it became your fiber. That's amazing. Now tell me something. You've been called the queen of house music. When did you first hear that?
In my community, meaning in the music community, people used to tease me. This guy, this other artist, he said, "You know, you're the queen. You know, you're the queen." I'm like, I don't know what you, I don't, because you don't know who you are, or you can't see yourself as that. But when Louis Vega said once in Ibiza at a Soul Heavens party, he was introducing me on the stage, and he carries a lot of weight in the
Okay.
industry. His Grammy, his uncle was Hector Lavoe. He is just amazing at what he does. And when he said to me, she is the queen of house music, that's when I accepted it.
Wow. 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 House music has lifted people through heartbreak, through joy, and even through grief. Did you ever realize that your voice would become therapy to people?
Of course not. And that's so good. That's so good to hear, because sometimes, again, singing, you're not sure. Look, I didn't go to music school.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't doing 20 runs in a sentence. I wasn't going around the house singing. I wasn't even singing in the house. When I come in the house, I listen to spiritual teaching.
Uh-huh.
I
Uh-huh.
watch some old 80s shows so my mind could be at peace. But people have said in my life, your voice soothes me, your voice brings me healing.
Wow.
Wow, I don't know what it is. I think it's the passion or the intensity of the truth of what I'm singing, the story that brings me, that they connect with.
Got you. Got you.
Yeah.
Got you. Now, there's other genres you could have went to. How did house call you?
Um I always tell my story. Queen of House music, how did I get here? I didn't even want to sing. I didn't. Again, this is something that people, you're on your block, you're singing. I like to teach. Everybody's just singing along.
Right, right.
So, I didn't know. I just did not know about. Okay,
Because you could have became a rapper, you could have sang jazz, you could
I,
have did
I
anything.
I didn't like music that much that I wanted to. Even though I did a play called 12 Nights, the hip hop Shakespearean play of 12 nights. It was called Club 12.
Okay.
I had to, and I was rapping, singing and rapping in that. And then as they took it to get funding, they went to California. They enrolled Lauren Hill for the role that I was.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
You know, back in the day, everybody was rapping on the block. You know,
Right.
my name is Sampson.
Hmm.
You know, I'm just having fun. That's it.
Wow.
Um,
Could you share one of the most unforgettable moments you've had on stage? Because I
uh,
know it's been a lot.
oh, there really has been. Um, who in house music, you know, they do it in gospel, but who in house music is going to sing so much to the people that they're on the stage crying or speaking in tongues at a club?
Wow.
Because again, the spirit of God, I Bishop Jordan, Dr. Jordan knows me. I don't,
Yes.
the way I am in church is the way I'm in a club, the way and vice versa.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I show up as me. And if I feel the anointing coming down and touching the spirit, I mean, touching the people, the spirit, Holy Spirit touching them, granted, it's touching me too. And at that point, like when I sing deep inside, I put
Hmm.
that into a prayer to invoke the Holy Spirit to shower love down on the people. So these are moments that I'm having um, in house music on stages many times.
Wow. So deep inside, would you say that was one of the songs that you performed that felt more like a spiritual experience?
It does now. It might not have in the beginning of my,
Okay.
but
Okay.
it does, because when you get the assignment, when you understand the assignment, now everything is done to the glory of God. All praise is due to the Most High. That
Yes.
you are not here to shake your groove thing, but you are here to invoke love and peace and harmony, unity, and the I amness in everybody awakened.
Beautiful. Every artist has a moment when they're ready to quit. Did you ever reach that point? And how did you push through?
That's funny because that is in my book. I
Okay.
are
And what's the name of your book?
Music Industry 101,
One. Okay.
your way through the industry BT style.
Nice. Nice.
It's on Amazon right now. So I have not, because I just one day at a time I take it. Um, I approach it like this, because most people do that because maybe someone bullied them, or drama or
Mhm.
the
Mhm.
royalties and all of this. I know who I am. You didn't give me this gift. You can't tell me I can't, because God has assigned me. So I have never had that. I want to quit. No, I'm doing till Father says, now you're at rest, daughter.
That's a blessing. That is a blessing. And what sacrifice do you feel you have made to become the Barbara Tucker that the world knows today?
I don't see it as a sacrifice.
Nice.
I can't
Nice.
say, oh, I gave up this and I didn't do that. I'm not that one. I understand who I am and my assignment, and I said yes to the Most High. Many people don't know their purpose, but when you are in your prayer closet and you're hanging out with the prophets and they're prophesying and awaken, and we get it. We get who we are, our assignment. Because I'm not here to lead anybody astray, but I'm leading you to Christ.
Nice. Nice. Have you ever had a moment when the music industry tried to change who you are and who you wanted to be?
Of course. And I say that with all, you can see my energy, because they're always going to, because the industry, um for the more pop artists, they're going to tell you to wear your dress like this, wear your outfit like this, curse like this, downgrade women. That's why I love house music, because we don't make that kind of money, so they're not knocking on our doors to control us. I have my own
Mm.
independent label, and I encourage all artists, get your own. You're looking for somebody else to be your daddy, to be your mama. You know, when you put God first, seek ye first the kingdom of God, then all
Right. Right.
added unto you. You're Nobody could come in your space. No one could come in your space and say, well, why don't you sing like this person? I am the artist. I
Right.
When God downloads to me. You might have just started working in the music industry last month. Who
Mm-hmm.
you're not gonna, and that's that. Look, no shade, no shade to anyone, but I understand who you are. That's that other culture that comes to kill, rob, and destroy
Okay.
artists. Next thing you know, artists are on drugs and they're drinking because they can't handle what? They didn't give it to you. Don't
Gotcha.
let them do it. Don't let them do it. The devil's a liar.
Amen. So, do you believe that music is definitely one of the ways God speaks to his people
Of course. Of course. Through the arts.
through
It's
the arts?
become God the artist. God the artist.
Mm,
You understand? It's like God is moving in you, through you, as you. So I get it. Look,
nice.
I grew up with some great teaching.
House music often carries the energy of freedom and love.
Yes.
Do you think that's why it lasted for so many generations?
Of course it has. And it's interesting because it came out around the same time that rap came out. But
Okay.
there was the stigma on house for a long time that it is, quote, gay music. So
Hmm.
people could not relax and release into the music, maybe thinking people are watching them how they dance or how it makes you feel or the freedom that it gives you when you start moving and what have you. But it just gives you freedom to feel, to sing, to dance. You're not challenged by, oh, I don't want to do that because that's all that gay music or that's that white music. We created all this music. So again, this music has chosen me. I did a party. 20,
Hmm.
I'm 41 years in the industry at this time,
Okay.
but at the 25th year, I did a party called "Happy Birthday to Me" in house music because house music loved me, received me.
Nice. Nice. Beautiful. Beautiful. Where do you believe the energy comes from within you?
Well,
You got you got a great energy.
I am my father of one, and no matter what's going on, I'm not getting caught up in the matrix. That's not my business. Well, not my business. Well, that's not my. I'm not saying I'm blind, but what you fasten to expands, and especially in your life. So if I already know that this is the matrix, and we're here assigned for a purpose, there's enough evil out there. So we're assigned to be on the other side. We're that chess piece, that pawn. So
Right.
on the winning side, we already came down as winners. We came from the most high as winners. So don't lose sight, don't forget, because many people forget, and then next thing they're on another side selling their souls out for music, fame,
Mhm.
stuff. So I remember the scripture, and one of my favorite, and I have two, maybe more, but this one I love, when Christ went to the mountain and he was being tested. And
Mhm.
Dr. Janine Hyman and other doctors have brought this out. Suppose the testing was within themselves. And it's a whole teaching on that because many say the devil was there. I'm saying, if you do this, I'll do that. But suppose it really was within your,
Within.
what? And then I was like, because first of all, how do we know? We were not there. No one was there. So
Hmm.
testing, when you went up to be tested, that you give up everything. If you do this, then you will have this. I'm not that one. You're not going to tell me. So that, yeah, Christ said no, but many people today don't say no.
They don't say no.
Name and no. You know why? Because that entity or those people in the industry come with you. I know your mother's. She's from the project. She don't have a job. Da, 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 da. What do you want most from a house? Well, we'll give you the house. We'll give you the car. You get all
Hmm.
this. So
Hmm.
they're feeding or talking to the ego that is
Gotcha.
God out. So they're
Mhm.
talking to that, and all they know is they're signing something without a lawyer. Next thing they have to bow down to that God.
My God, my God. Do you think artists choose their gifts or do they choose the path for themselves?
You can say you want to go down a path because Jim, John, or Mary got this path and you want to be like them because they got money and they got a house and I can sing too and I can rap too, but those doors not necessarily will stay open for you, or you might not get that far because maybe that wasn't the calling on you.
Mhm.
You already made the agreement with the Most High before you was in your mother's womb, so you could do other things. Like I wanted to be a gym teacher, or I wanted
Right.
to be a flight attendant. Those
Okay.
things that I wanted to do. But what the ability that I had was opening up doors over there, and so I accept again. I was doing these things naturally, but not until the prophet said this. I see you. This is, it's as if you're called to be the Harriet Tubman of that. That's when I got it. And my thing was, I wasn't called to be the greatest singer. I
Hmm.
was called to go through it, all of that it was, so when other people go through, I can escort them, usher them through, host them, teach them what they need to know to go through. Like in the book, some people say, oh well, did you talk about the royalties? And no, that wasn't my job to talk about that. We have enough books. I want you to go behind the red curtain for the innerness, the godness, or whatever is this that gives you the passion and you for you to stay on the track. It's the book is good. It deals with your mental. It deals with your I am consciousness. It deals.
Right.
You are called to do this before you even came to this earth. Stay
Hmm.
the course.
Beautiful, beautiful. If someone wants to get to, to become a success in the music industry today, what do you think uh, they should focus on that most people overlook
Again, their relationship with the Most High first.
first? Okay.
Always first, and then as you know that you and your father are one and you're walking this path, go to conferences. I always tell people in any genre of work, whether you're a director, what you're doing, of course you have the experience because it was a family situation, so we see the formula, the tools, what you need, but you stay involved with conferences to see the latest on how it's going to
Right.
maneuver, or so you can be updated with all the tools and essential situations that you need for that. The same with music. You can't just go and sing. You need, what do? We came out of coaching. We need coaches, mentor.
Hmm.
We want to make sure we have all the players in play, whether that's your lawyer, whether that's your agent, whether that's even a choreographer, because you can't
Hmm.
just stand there for 30 minutes and just singing 40. You see new edition. I love them because, and I didn't grow up loving them, but as I'm watching them now as entertainers, they're like almost the last of the breed, you know.
Right, right.
So you want to make sure if you're going down the road to be an artist and with a purpose, what are you here for? Touch, move, and inspire people, or just to shake your groove thing and get paid and have party? What are you here for? Why do you think Father gave you this gifting? But you want to make, if you're serious about the wholeness of it, then you're going to definitely have all the players in place.
Okay, so that's important to make sure you have the right players. How important is mentorship to you?
Oh my goodness. That's how I was able to write the book. It
Mhm.
awakened parts of the purpose, because the purpose was for me to be that mentor to someone. I can't
Mhm.
mentor, I don't know how to, unless I am going to the school of mentorship and coaching and how to do. You're just not going to become a gymnast and you don't have a coach. You're going to hurt yourself. You're going to hurt yourself. You're going to miss some key points of what to do to keep your mind strong, your vocal strong, and you have to, again, it's school. I love it. It's very, very important that,
What are some of the people that you admire in the music industry or some of the mentors that you admire?
well, I'm definitely going to say Dr. Eben R. Jordan. I'm going to say definitely Coach Gene. I love working with Coach Tony to this day, Antoinette, and definitely, oh my goodness, Coach Prophetess Mentor Cynthia Clark.
Yes. Yes.
They're amazing. They make you, sometimes they make you angry because they're you're accountable for that what you said you're going to do.
Put that mirror up. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes. You know, they're seeing the blind spot that you can't see.
Yeah. Now you just had a performance in Miami with some of the biggest heavy hitters of house music, the biggest ladies in the industry. How was that experience for you?
Um, this was through the orchestrate. It's called I Am Orchestrated. It's from Crystal Waters and two other partners she has doing it, and she saw what a lot of us were doing overseas, working with various orchestras because you don't really hear so much of in the country here in USA, um, house music and orchestrate.
Oh,
So
wow.
yes. So she brought some music, got some musicians together because there can be orchestras. You can have a 10-piece orchestra or you can have a 70, 90 piece orchestras. And I've worked with some big ones that they were so amazing and the sound was so powerful that I, in rehearsal, sometimes would forget I'm to come in, but I'm busy looking and it's like, wow,
Right, right, right.
that was your cue to come in. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just so overwhelmed by this awesomeness here. But working with Robin S., who sings Show Me Love, CC Pennis, and finally it has happened. And of course, Crystal Waters, la da dee da la da. So
Yeah.
these women, it's interesting. They have hits, but I'm here the longest of all of them
Uh-huh.
in house music. I'm 41 years. So um,
Nice.
I'm blessed and I'm humbled that she said we got to get Barbara. There,
That's respect. That's respect.
it really was, and I didn't know how she felt of my presence until I got home later and saw the billfold. I think they call it.
Yes.
That said Barbara Tucker is the undisputed queen of pop. I was like, oh shucks.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So now you're an early house artist in the United States. When did Europe pull you?
The first year well, I can't say the first year because in 1985 I did the remake. I mean, the female version of Set It All. Set It All, I suggest. There's a female
Mm-hmm.
version. It didn't move so well in the U.S., but overseas they were calling for us. We didn't go because there was four girls and a manager, and they financially couldn't afford that.
Okay.
They had, I would have been further along earlier. So then going into 1992, I was a club promoter. I still am a club promoter.
Okay.
So with Don Welch, he worked at Club Savage, which later became Club Elite. He was the DJ, and he and I did a party, or does a party, called the Underground Network, and our coffee table book is soon to drop. So when we did Beautiful People, Louis Vega, Lion Dia, the Princess of Salsa, Lim Springsteen, and Strictly Rhythm was the label. It came out. They had a brother label overseas, and they got picked up, or the song got picked up. And look, it was number maybe 17 on the chart, but that was high enough for me to be on top of the Pops, which was the number one um dance TV show. And it's interesting, you at a point when you're sitting next to Elvis Costello, both getting your makeups done to get ready to go on the. I was like, that's Elvis Costello. Wow.
So house music, when it okay, was it created in the States? Let me start from the beginning.
Yes.
So it became popular overseas relatively quickly.
As every genre of music does, they can appreciate it more. Remember, we're in USA having hang-ups. That's gay music. Frank,
Right.
who was the best friend of Larry Levan, who was the curator DJ at the Paradise Garage. They were best friends. a gentleman, I forgot his name, who owned a club called the Warehouse, wanted Larry Levan. He couldn't do it because they just opened the garage, and then they took the best friend Frankie Knuckles. He moved over to Chicago, and the music was blowing up there. But people were scared to go to the Warehouse because they knew there were so many gays there. So some people, I remember Wayne Williams was telling me the story. He said, "I didn't care. I was going because I wanted to hear that music." So it from there, it of course people are hearing about this music from overseas. And one of the songs that people heard that awakened them was called the Promised Land. Because
Okay.
I'm going to say that 99% of house artists not just came out the church, most of them are still in the church. So that music is is about hope, is about spirituality, is about crying out to Father. It's about one day we will all be free type of music. So it attracted overseas because when you're young people want to find something new that their parents aren't listening to. That's what they always tell me.
Yeah. Well, I got to admit to you, Lady Tucker, I was in the Paradise Garage
Oh,
many times, man, and you couldn't speak to anyone because the music was too loud. All you could do was party, just jump.
so that's why they had sections that you could sit out there or go there or what have
The
you.
movie theater or up to the roof or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's funny. I call that purple room the crystal room where the fountain was and everything. So who knows? We might have crossed paths many moons ago.
Might have seen me there because I performed with an artist called Tanya Wynn. Um,
Hmm.
did a song called "It's Too Late." We did the last July 4th and 5th.
Mm,
I was on that stage. I
nice.
worked with a guy, Lee Rogers. He did a house song called "The Magic, the Moment, and Celebrate."
Mm.
So I was that background singer dancer.
How is the music different, or not the music, but how is it received different in different countries? Like, how is Italy compared to Spain, compared to, you know, do share?
Oh, my phone's trying to fall. Okay, let's start with Italy. Very passionate as they are with their food and even their own authentic Italian music. I was just there in Italy and people, tears because of the lyrics. Now, I'm not saying they do that to everybody's song, but again, when you're moving in intention and people can feel, because one of my best friends, he's lives overseas, and he said, Barbara, even if they don't understand the word, they can feel the passion, they can feel your heart. And
Right, right,
with Japanese people are the same way. They might not understand, but they're feeling. They have so much heart. They feel lyrics, and who doesn't want peace? Who doesn't want people to be beautiful people? And Spain, they party. I'm not sure how much. I wasn't getting so much of the that as much as this is wonderful. So
right, 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 right.
British people, they're just with you dancing and jamming and singing, and half of them are drunk on the floor singing your song with you. Yeah, you beautiful people. Yeah, so go all over the world. Australia, they love house music as well. I've even been to um what's his name, Kazakhstan. That's
Okay.
I thought that was a I didn't think that was a real place. I thought Kazakhstan was just a place in a movie.
Right, right, right,
It was
right.
fake until I got booked there, and I'm like, oh shucks, this is where the guy lived. They again, the music. It's always about the beat first, because that's what draws you. If you don't understand the language,
Right.
once they start hearing what the lyric is about, that's why I tell people simplicity sells. Now, neo soul and other songs could do well with American or English speaking, understanding people, but when you're doing house and it's a global sound, you do simple songs like "Deep Inside, Deep." Oh, I get lifted. Yes, I get lifted. Simplicity will always sell.
Will always
Got
resonate.
that from Kashif.
Oh, okay. Nice.
I have
So,
a book. everything you better know in the music industry.
All right. That is amazing. So we're going to start winding down. What does the word legacy mean to you?
Wow, I just did a panel at the music conference and it was
Hmm.
called From Legend to Legacy.
Hmm.
Wow, conversations with that. So for me, legacy means even when you are gone, the words that you said, the words that you said, the word songs that you sung touched a generation, but it touched it so much that it continued in that generation, for the next generation rather. So you're leaving the legacy, a word, an imprint of who you are or came to be.
Beautiful, beautiful. When the music stops decades from now, what impact do you hope your life had on people?
That people were able to be strong for themselves as they love God, as their songs that gave them power and strength and courage.
Nice, nice. What wisdom would you give your younger self if you can go back?
Why'd you waste time over there? Why didn't you listen? Why did you not listen? And even you see, again, when you're not, don't know what you're doing, you're out there singing and playing and whatever. But if you would have known that this was going to be your calling, you would have, Barbara, you should have gone to school for this. I went to high school and school for executive secretarial type of, again,
Hmm.
someplace whole different.
Hmm.
I wasn't going to music school, but I did want to go to a fashion school because I like to style my own clothing. I want to
Okay.
be a designer as well.
And I'm also going to be flashing some pictures of you during at the end of the interview and in the beginning so people can see. I don't even know if you have a style because it goes from one to the other, north, south, east, and west.
But the thing about me, I am glam funk, glam funk hip hop house.
You walked in us Japanese one time. I'm
Yes,
talking full Gersha girl.
and I designed that.
Did you? Nice.
Yes, I did. I designed that. I like the hair when the geisha girls when they have their hair like that. So I saw it. It was on Etsy and one is on Amazon now. And so yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I want people to know that you could be funky and you could still be hot. You don't have to do thongs on the stage. You don't have to be naked on the stage. A lot of my clothing was the way it was because I was also a dancer. So
Okay.
reveal or rather take off all of the bigness so I can get down to the ballet look almost.
Gotcha. 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 If your life was a song,
Oh my goodness.
what message would it carry?
That love is the message.
Ha
Wow. That love is the message. Wow.
is the message.
That's me. Love is the message.
That's beautiful. So imagine someone listening in the of the interview today who might be discouraged to follow their dreams. Just look in your phone and just tell them what should they do? What do they need to hear?
Well, to you, the one that's listening, that this is resonating with you, remember, no one gave you the gifting but the Most High. So you are on assignment. God already entrusted you to carry it through. You are more than capable of doing what you have to do. But like in the Karate Kid, where he had to wax on and wax off because he wanted to just jump in there because he saw all the other Karate Kids, saw all the other singers. I want to be like Mary J. Blige and Beyonce. He had to learn the lesson of the industry. You must know it and watch your back. Everybody's not going to come to say, I can make you a star, but they may try to come to try to steal your soul, try to rape your royalties, or even try to rape you. What I'm saying is don't be scared, but just be aware of your surroundings of industry and test them. Never go to studios alone, and never go with outfits like you're going on a date, because you want the person to hear and see your talent and not your body. Get my book. Get my book. It's going to help you. Music Industry 101.
Music Industry 101.
Through the industry. Peace.
My God. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is Miss Barbara Tucker. She is a #1 Billboard dance club artist, man. She is a global performer. She is the founder of the B Star Music Group and
Yes.
just an all-around beautiful spiritual leader, a humanitarian, and just a bright light in this world. And I want to say personally, thank you for blessing me to interview you and to get to know you a little better. And trust me, she is so much broader than what we were able to squeeze into
And
this
I
little
like to
moment.
dance.
But we got a little snippet of the incomparable, the amazing, the anointed, Miss
Thank you.
Barbara Tucker. May
All
the
right.
Lord continue to bless you. And
Peace.
I thank God that I'm able to witness the wonderfulness that He has been doing for you in your life. And keep on
Thank you
keeping
so much.
on and get this woman's book. It will change your life. And keep an eye on her because she's not done.
Thank
God,
you.
God bless you in peace, my sister.
Peace and love to you. Bye bye. Love
Bye
to the
bye.
family.
All right, certainly will.
Oh, bye bye now.